Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I've been recently thinking about a few different ways on this particular channel that I can start to be even more transparent with some factors of being a content creator and trying to help you all out in as many different ways as I can. I think as someone who started out with content creation and photography and freelancing, I was always interested to see how people did their earnings reports, and especially when it came to YouTube, because as a beginner, I had no idea what the potential was from earning from a site like this, if I was to create content, whether it was worth it. I really wanted to know those details, so I quite often found those earning reports, whether it be monthly or yearly, to be really helpful. So essentially today's video is going to be my first earnings report for YouTube that I have done, and that's going to be for the month of February. I'm a little bit late with doing it because I wasn't sure whether I was going to start doing these kinds of videos or not. I have done one or two videos on my channel before about how long it took me to get monetized and then how much I might have earned in my first month or so. So I thought today's video could be a good step in the right direction when it comes to being a little bit more transparent. And if you'd like to see more videos like this monthly, or even maybe bi-monthly or every now and then, definitely let me know. As I mentioned, I feel that videos like this can be really helpful as a beginner to earning from AdSense and knowing how much your channel can kind of achieve. And I'd like to be a little bit more transparent with it and go a little bit more in depth where that income is actually coming from when it comes to AdSense. So if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Kaylee June and I'm a beauty and fashion photographer based near Sydney, Australia. However, I started this channel a few years ago to talk about all things content creation, business, freelancing, and social media. And as I mentioned, today's video is going to be my February earnings report, so definitely let me know in the comments if you'd like to see an earnings report for March as well, because I'd be happy to do one. But without further rambling, let's get into the video. So we're now about to jump into my YouTube analytics, and we're first going to be looking at obviously the revenue that I made for February, but I'm also going to go through a couple of the videos that I actually filmed and made in February and see what kind of particular income those videos got as well. From memory, I don't believe I did any videos in February that did particularly well, so they're probably going to be quite low. However, you'll probably see that one of my other videos that has done well in the last few months and has done actually really well overall is actually still earning quite a bit of money from day to day. So I'm going to go through a couple of those videos as well. But first off, we're going to go straight into the analytics section, and we've jumped into the February tab. So we do have a summary at the top here of my views, my watch time, subscribers, and then estimated revenue. So I feel like all things considered, considering my channel is still quite small, I feel like these numbers are pretty good. And I think we have to remember as well, a lot of these numbers have been generated by one particular video that did well in around December last year. It kind of took off. So it's still doing well for my channel, even into the first few months of this year. So if we look at the amount of views I got in February, it was about 53.6K. So that is actually quite a lot for my small little channel when I think about it, because my 100,000 subscriber channel probably gets that on the regular per month. But again, I have nearly 100,000 subscribers on that channel. This channel has a lot less at just under 7,000. So again, in February, I got about 3.7K hours of watch time, which is awesome, and 858 subscribers, which I also feel is pretty amazing for my small little channel. Again, you can see that I do have a lot of the gray arrows pointing down, as in my previous month did quite a bit better, which was January. But having said that, again, this was due to that one video doing super well. So of course that was doing the best around December, January, and then now it's starting to teeter down a little bit more. So it is going to look a lot less than what it was in the previous month. Now jumping into the revenue tab, because obviously that's what this video is all about. And for the month of February, I earned $581.65. So again, I'm going to really stress that this is actually a really great result, I feel, especially for only having around just under 7,000 subscribers. And I say this because it took me a very long time on my other channel, where I have 100,000 subscribers, to actually get to the point of earning nearly $600 a month. It took me, gosh, it probably took me over 6 or 7 years or so to actually get to that point. And I've been running that channel since around 2014. So obviously the revenue thing happens very, very differently for different YouTubers, and it really depends on the type of content you have, the type of audience you have. And as I mentioned, it really has nothing nothing to do with subscribers. I think the main reason I do put, my subscriber amount in the titles and that sort of thing of these videos and really stress it is because I want you to see that you don't need a very large following to earn what I think is quite decent income from something like AdSense. And really, I feel that at this point, it can only be built upon. So I think nearly $600 a month is fantastic for only having a fairly small following. And it just goes to show that you can absolutely do that too. So I'm going to go through my highest earning day, which was $32.26 on the 5th of February. That was the most I earned in a day for that particular month. And then the lowest I earned on any particular day in February was $11.32 on the 22nd of February. So I feel that my channel, especially with the revenue at the moment, is quite up and down actually day to day. And I think it will be like this until I have some sort of a more core following, I guess, with my channel. I think that especially early on with AdSense, it can be very up and down, but you might see it start to kind of stabilize the larger that your channel gets and the more that you grow. So I've just jumped into the See More tab, and this is actually to show you where that revenue is actually coming from. So you can see here for February, the main blue line here is my video that did really well at the end of last year, which was I posted a reel on Instagram every day for 6 months. Here's what happened. So that video was the one that did really well, and you can see it's still doing pretty well with revenue. And for the month of February alone, that video made $450.85. So it was 77.5% of that month's income. My next best earning video was 5 ways to earn money as a small content creator, and that is currently earning nearly 6% of the revenue with $34.29. Then you can see my next best performing videos were just underneath. But as I mentioned, the bulk of the income is still coming from that particular video that did well. And we're just going to go a little bit more in depth here so you can see with my RPM, which is my revenue per mile, that is essentially what I'm earning from my videos per 1,000 views. That's currently sitting at about $10.84. And that is specifically for February. So $10.84 I think is pretty average. That would essentially mean that my CPM, which is cost per mile, which is more to do with what advertisers are actually paying, and then RPM's kind of like your cut of that. Usually that sits at around $20. So the RPM is roughly half that a lot of the time, and that seems about right to me. You can see under the how much you're earning tab, you can see here that we've got February, January, and December. Obviously March is ongoing, so if you would like me to do a report for March, definitely let me know in the comments section below. But for December, we started off, and that was the month I got monetized. So I think I only had roughly half the month, and that was about $251. And January shot up to nearly $700, which I felt for my second month being monetized on this channel was really amazing. So as I mentioned, I didn't really have any videos that particularly did well apart from the one that was already doing well from December in February. And I'm really in my experimental phase of this channel where I am trying a lot of different things to see what you guys want to watch and what is really interesting to people out there, what is most helpful. I'm still trying to figure out the type of content that I want to continuously be posting on this channel. So you'll probably see quite a number of varied videos with me trying to figure that out and a lot of trial and error. So I do expect my revenue from YouTube to really be quite bumpy for the foreseeable future. But if you want to see more of these kinds of reports and you want to see a little bit more in depth into what I'm earning per month because it's maybe interesting for you or you find it helpful, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And if you'd like me to add into these reports more about my views or the types of videos that I'm doing for the month, or essentially what my strategy might be, definitely let me know that as well, because I know that that can be a little bit helpful to see a bit more behind the scenes and the thought processes behind everything that's going on. So let me know if you want to see that as well. Thank you so much for watching this earnings report video today, and definitely let me know, as I mentioned, if you want to see more of these videos month to month, let me know in the comment section below and I can definitely do them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you do, because I'll be posting a lot more content like this in future. But thank you so much as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.